Morning students, and welcome back to our English class. So today in this video we are going to discuss the question and answers of our lesson number 3, that is Iswaran the storyteller. So let's see the questions given in the book first. So what is the first question? In what way is Iswaran an assist to Mahendra? Assist means, children, something valuable. So the answer will be Iswaran works for Mahendra. He cooks his food and washes his clothes. He packs food for him also. He is a good entertainer. He chats with him. He thus provides him a good entertainment. So he is an assist to him. However, the most valued assist of Mahendra is to entertain by inventing imaginary stories. Now let's see question number 2. How does Iswaran describe the uprooted tree on the highway? So the answer will be Iswaran describes the uprooted tree with dramatic effects. He raises his hands and eyebrows. He builds up suspense by his description. Then he says that he saw something huge like a bushy beast. It lay spreading across the road. It affects its listeners emotionally. They are easily affected by his stories. Now let's see question number 3. How does he narrate the story of the tusker? Does it appear to be plausible? Plausible means seeming like to be true, which can be believed. So the answer will be he narrates the story of the tusker with great confidence. First, he builds up a sound background for it. With these, the story seems very convincing. It is because there is some supernatural in the incident. So this is your answer number 3. Now let's move on to question number 4. Why does the author say that Iswaran seemed to more than make up for the absence of a TV in Mahendra's living quarters? So the answer you can write, Iswaran is a good entertainer. He entertains Mahendra by narrating different stories. He is also an entertainer like TV. Iswaran builds up suspense slowly. This affects Mahendra. Then he starts taking interest in his stories. This is all like the TV. So Mahendra does not need it. This is your answer number 4. Now we'll see question number 5. Mahendra calls ghosts or spirits a figment of the imagination. What happens to him on a full moon night? So, how you will explain the answer? Mahendra calls ghosts or spirits a figment of the imagination. It is only the product of our mind, only our imagination. But on a full moon night, Mahendra sees a cloudy form. It had a bundle. He thinks it the female ghost. She's clutching. Clutching means holding. I told you before also, children. And fetus. Fetus means a small baby. So she is clutching a fetus. Iswaran had told of it to Mahendra earlier. So he sees it. He then breaks into a cold sweat. Now we'll see the last answer. Can you think of some other ending of the story? For this question, children, you can write on your own. You can give any other ending to the story. But I am telling you according to my way. So the answer will be, the story can end like this. Mahendra now decides to take Iswaran to task. He tells Iswaran that there are no ghosts. What one thinks remain in the subconscious mind for long. When such situations arise in a mind, one starts fancying the things, imagining the things. These are of one's subconscious level. There are no ghosts. Now children, we will see some extra questions. First we will see the short answer type questions which you have to answer in about 30 to 40 words. So let's see the first question. Why did Mahendra have to move from place to place? The answer will be, Mahendra was a junior supervisor in a firm. It offered on hire supervisors at various places of construction sites. These were factories, bridges, dams, etc. His job was to supervise these activities at the work sites. So he kept moving from place to place now and then. This is your answer number 1. Now let's see one more question, children. Describe how Iswaran made his narrative full of suspense and interesting. So the answer will be Iswaran used to read Tamil thrillers, so his descriptions were influenced by his Tamil readings. He would work up in suspense while describing. He would raise up his hands as per the actions. His eyebrows would be arched. He would add something imaginative material from his side. Now let's see one more question, children. How did Mahinder react to Iswaran's story of the ghost woman? So the answer will be Iswaran's story of a ghost woman had no effect on Mahinder. He called him crazy. He said there were no ghosts. What he told was a figment of imagination. He asked Iswaran to get his digestive system examined. This is answer number 3. Now we will see one long answer type question. And what is the question? Draw a character sketch of Iswaran the storyteller. For this question, children, you have to explain the character of Iswaran. How he looked, what Iswaran. So the answer will be Iswaran is a cook. He is attached to Mahinder. He serves Mahinder like a servant. He cooks food for him. He washes his clothes. He acts like a television for Mahinder. He narrates stories to him. He makes them interesting by the art of narration. He is a storehouse of stories. He has a capacity to get from nowhere strange food items. And after Mahinder leaves for work, Iswaran tidies up the room. He enjoys a leisure bath. Then he reads Tamil thrillers. He dozes off after lunch. What is important is Iswaran's method of storytelling, because he is a very good narrator. He creates suspense by adding dramatic gestures. Thus, Iswaran is an assist to Mahinder. So children, you can make notes on these question and answers, and I told you before there are 2 books in English literature, that is Moments and Beehive, and up till now we have done 4 lessons in Beehive and 3 poems and 3 chapters in Moments. So you can make notes on these chapters for your homework. You can read the chapters once again, read all the poems, all the stories once again, and you can find out the new words and their meanings and make notes on them. And you have to make 3 copies for English, one for Beehive, one for Moments, and one for grammar. And in your copies you have to only write the question and answers, not the word meanings, only question and answers. But you can read the chapters and find out the new words with their meanings for your homework. Thank you.